You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Welcome to my channel. My name is Carla Toledo. I am a registered dental hygienist. And today I'm gonna be giving you 7 tips on how to get your first dental hygiene job. Tip number 1 is going to be narrow down your marketplace. Where do you wanna work at? Where do you envision yourself? Do you want to do corporate? Do you want to do private practice? General dentistry, pediatric, perio, you name it. Even though we all get the same dental hygiene license, we're not all going to be pursuing the same offices, the same places. You know what I'm saying? We all have a different calling, okay? So that will be my first tip, is to narrow down your market. And the reason why it's so important to do that is because you want to focus all that positive energy into applying to places that you actually see yourself working for. Pursue the place that you want to work for, my dear, because you know what? That's the place that you're gonna be the happiest. Ay, Jesucristo, dame paciencia, Padre. Número 2 would be clean up your social media accounts. This is so important because guess what? Your future employers will be looking you up on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Snapchat, you name it. They will be there looking. So let your social media accounts represent who you are in the best light. Let your social media accounts show your strengths, okay? Your positive vibes only. Remove anything that will harm you from getting that job. Remove anything that will make you look like unprofessional. For example, talking bad about your previous employment or your coworkers. That is not a good sign. That shows that you're a toxic person, so they might not want to hire you. So just remove anything that's gonna make you look bad. Remember that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So just keep that in mind when you have your social media accounts, okay? Don't have anything posted that will give your potential employers a bad impression of you. Number 3 will be have a concise and unique resume. Remember, less is more. So 1 page, clean, concise, get to the point. Who are you? Why do you want to apply to this job? What are your good qualities? What is your good experience? Keep in mind that your future employer will be flipping through a ton of resumes. You don't want to have 4 pages worth of previous employment. You don't want to have too much words that don't say anything. You know, keep it concise. I would say at the most, let your resume be 1 page long. Have jobs that would only better your chances at getting your first dental hygiene job. I had a little cute tooth on the left hand corner of my resume with my initials in it. And I got so many callbacks because of that. My resume actually stood out. Okay, so make it unique. Tip number 4 would be apply before you get your dental hygiene license. What? What is she saying? Really? Yeah, you heard me right. Now, keep in mind that this is from my personal experience, and maybe it won't be good for you, but it worked for me, so that's why I'm giving you this tip. The reason I applied before I got my license was simply because I wanted to better my chances at getting a dental hygiene job. I knew that when I received my license, so would the rest of my classmates. And as you already know, the dental hygiene field is already so saturated. There's a lot of competition out there. So I said, let me be ahead of the game, okay? Let me apply before all my classmates do. And believe it or not, I got the job. But my employer had to wait for me so that I was able to practice, and they waited about 2 months for me to get my dental hygiene license. In the meantime, I did go and fill in for the front desk because that was my previous dental experience, was a front desk coordinator. So it worked out for me. I don't know if it will work out for you. Some offices need people right away and they might not want to wait for you. However, this is how I see it. All you need is a chance, honey. All you need is an open door. All you need is a phone call. That's all you need so that you can get your foot in the door. And That phone call was my chance for me to oversell myself and let them know that, you know what, I am an asset.
Me.
Be very confident, but at the same time be very humble. Let them know that you want a chance, that you will be an asset to their company. Tip number 5 would be apply even when they require experience.
How are you gonna get a job if you don't have experience? Exactly. So you just apply anyways because
A lot of places require experience, but you just got out of hygiene school and you have not worked anywhere else. So guess what? You're gonna apply even when they require 2-3 years of experience. Remember that the reason why you want to apply is because you want that experience going on interviews. You want that experience of applying to a dental hygiene position. And like I said, don't think that people won't call you. There's a lot of offices that will still give you a chance. You just have to apply. Don't put a barrier on yourself. Don't have that pessimist type of thinking. Be positive, apply everywhere. If they require a year of experience, you apply. If they require 2 years, you apply. If they require 3 years, guess what? Apply, because they might give you that chance. If you don't apply, you're not even gonna be competing against anybody. You already don't have a chance at getting that job. We do have experience treating patients. I remember I did it for a year and a half prior to graduating. I was seeing patients in clinic, treating them, doing prophylaxis, all the good stuff. So yeah, you do have about 2 years of dental experience, okay? And that's kind of what I used to tell them. I do have experience. What are you talking about? We're getting close to the end. Tip number 6, my dear, would be to do your research. Be prepared. Because when they call you, hey, would you like to come for an interview? You're gonna be ready. You better be ready. So go on their website, look up their reviews. What services do they offer at their office? Do they do Invisalign? Do they do braces? Do they do implants? When were they open? What is their philosophy? You need to know all of this, because your future employer wants to make sure that whoever is applying is actually interested in working there. Google reviews will show you red flags, will also show you good things and positive things about the office. What are the patients saying about the place that you're applying to? Is it good things? Is it bad things? You want to make sure that you know, so that when you walk to that interview, you know what you're getting yourself into. I remember going to my interviews and letting the dentist know, wow, it's really good that you do implants here. I noticed you've been open since 1989. That means you have established long-term relationship with these patients. You want to seem knowledgeable during your interview. Tip number 7, have integrity. What do I mean by that? Be honest during your interview. Don't be somebody that you are not. The place that you want to work for needs to like you, okay? Because you need to fit into that office, but that office also has to fit you and how you are. So have integrity, be honest. If, for example, your employer says to you, Carla, what is one of your weaknesses? Don't be like, well, I'm a perfectionist. That's one of my weaknesses. Because guess what? They're gonna see right through that, okay? Don't be fake. If you have a weakness, let them know what it is. Remember, nobody's perfect. We're all humans. And they wanna see that. They wanna see if you're honest. One of my weaknesses is
I'm not good at taking impressions, okay?
I'm not good at being a dental assistant. Like, I will suction my patient's eyes, their tongue, like you name it. I'm not good at it. But guess what? That I didn't go to school to be a dental assistant. I went to school to be a dental hygienist. So it's okay to have that weakness. The impressions, I'm not good at taking impressions. However, I let my future employer know I'm willing to work at it. I will practice until I master my weakness. That's all. Look your best from your head to your toes. Do your hair. A little bit of makeup won't kill you. Some jewelry. Pick a simple suit, maybe black and a white shirt. Look your best, because this is the first impression they have of you. I've seen, my competition, and sometimes these hygienists are going in there with flip-flops. I'm not even kidding. Guess what? They're not gonna get the job because they clearly didn't take the time to take care of themselves. Very presentable, well-groomed. Okay, brush your teeth. Would be have confidence in yourself. You have been doing this for a long time now. You know what fluoride is. You know when a patient needs a deep cleaning. Be prepared. The dentist will ask you these questions that may throw you off in the beginning, but just have confidence. Be humble, but be confident. You got this. You're gonna get that job. I know it, my dear. Now that's it for all my tips. I do wanna say something which is so important. When you are in an interview, don't forget that they are interviewing you, but you are also interviewing them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Do you have a Cavitron? Because if you don't have a Cavitron, your girl is out of here, okay? I cannot hand scale for 45 minutes. No, I need that Cavitron, especially for deep scaling. So yeah, that's one of my main questions. How long do I get per appointment? Because if you're trying to give me 30 minutes, I'm a slow turtle. It's not gonna go well. What type of x-rays do you use? Are you doing digital or film? Because if they do film x-rays, no, that is outdated. I'm out. Most important question, I think, is what happens if my patient cancels their appointment? What happens if my whole afternoon falls apart? These things happen. So I want to see how they're going to respond. Some dentists will say, well, if your afternoon falls apart, we'll just send you home. No, that doesn't fly with me. I will stay and work my hours, and I will work. I will make sure I do recalls. I will clean the office. I will do the instruments. I will sharpen. You name it, I will do it, okay? But I don't like losing my hours. I'm not gonna work for a place that will send you home because your patients cancel. I've heard hygienists say that the dentist tells them you're gonna be on standby and they're not gonna get paid. Even if during the middle of the day a patient cancels, they don't get paid that hour. Like, that is ridiculous. So it's so important to ask these questions. Well, that's it for today. I hope that you guys found this helpful. Remember, this is my first video, so have a little bit of mercy on me, okay? Don't be so vicious in the comment section, but I hope you guys leave me some things that you want me to do. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be having more videos for you guys. I hope you get the job.